What up, everybody? It's your boy Reggie Casual, and we are back. And it feels good to be frolicking in 2019. I personally was a bit under the weather, which is why you haven't seen me in a minute. I was feverish, to be exact, but things are back to nominal levels. I'm back in good condition. Anyway, 2018 is well behind us, but was it all that it was cracked up to be? Between all the releases and drops and collabs, etc., we gotta ask the question, what the hell happened to fashion in 2018 and what the hell will happen in 2019? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. So I could gallivant, I like that word, gallivant. I could gallivant and give you the best of what happened in 2018. Oh yeah, the best sneaker was the Witherspoons or the React Element 87s or the Soulflies or the NRGs. I could in fact tell you that Nike by far was the label of 2018. No questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you can burn your kicks and Nike becomes more popular, you know you're winning as a label. Yes, I could do all of that, but that would be more of the same because something huge happened in fashion in 2018. The thing called streetwear, what we said we don't really talk about because of this reason. I'm gonna tell you why. It was validated as a legitimate form of fashion and style in 2018. Now, you may be saying to yourself, it always has been for a few years now, but a few milestones were achieved that uplifted that genre to heights never before achieved. James Jebbia, owner of Supreme, won Menswear Designer of the Year. Masayuki Ino, a streetwear designer, won the LVMH Young Designers Award, of which Samuel Ross of A Cold Wall also appeared as a finalist. LV took on Virgil Abloh. Jerry Lorenzo became one of the richest people in street fashion. Yeezys were left on shelves at retail, becoming the first official street fashion-centric sneaker to be readily available. Nike collabed with every designer under the sun, with more to come. Fashion YouTubers on men's fashion in particular kept popping up and keep popping up out of nowhere, and Jonah Hill became the godfather of classic street style and made a movie about it. It was that real in 2018. So what now? What does 2019 have in store that 2018 didn't already achieve? From the casual end, it's unclear. Really is. We already stepped away from quote unquote streetwear because streetwear is not just clothes. We all know this. You may have noticed this when I say street fashion all the damn time. One, because I personally think that the term streetwear is limiting when we're talking about fashion. And two, because it has a cultural connotation behind it, of which clothes are only part of that equation. Check Mr. Bobby Hundreds for answers on that. He has a book coming out, Bobby Hundreds, book, check it out. Now, street fashion, on the other hand, disconnects the clothes from the culture enough for it to be flexible when it comes to style, i.e. someone who isn't really hip hop per se can get away with rock and hip hop style because they like the image of hip hop style. And culture heads may scoff at this, but that is the reality that we lived in 2018 and will live in 2019. Now, I'm reminded of a conversation I had on Instagram Live where a follower literally told me, "Jesus, Mr. Casual, nobody cares about the culture, so why do you keep talking about it?" That was ridiculous. Anyway, I'm paraphrasing, of course, and the voice was changed for hilarity purposes, but I'm sure that was close to what he was getting at. And I was struck, bamboozled, befuddled, all the words that mean I was confused, because admittedly it was a bitter pill to swallow, because he had a good point. It was a very good point. If more people are concerned with what to wear and how to wear it, then why you wear something becomes unimportant as long as the result is dope. It's like, who cares about where it comes from, dog? I just want to look dope as shit, son, right? Granted, this isn't everyone, but the more feverish dollars are in the hands of those who are more inclined towards coolness than personal taste. It's true. You can look it up. Look it up anywhere. It's just all over the place. You see, streetwear, the culture, was derailed the minute it became cool to look like skaters when you weren't one, or like a rapper when you never lived in the inner city or wrote a verse, or grunge-like when you never listened to a track by Nirvana or a song by Kurt Cobain. That's like the same kind of thing. Anyway, this has been going on for a minute, I might add, and before you go on to the deep end and say I'm judging, I'm not, dog. It's just an observation. If you want to dress like that style, then have at it. I don't really care, because that is what fashion and style is, and exactly what the fashion industry has done for hundreds of years now. In a sense, you could say streetwear became a genre of design in contemporary fashion. Actually, that's not in a sense, that's a fact. More design houses are not even flirting with street styles anymore. They're just straight up taking it more than ever. And we can't hate, we just gotta deal. In all likelihood, 2019 will be a solidification year, one where big brands are loftier than ever, and as a result, more up-and-comers of high skill and ambition will take center stage at an independent level, offering up what the corporatization of street fashion has cast aside, which will be a far cry from the days of printed tees and hoodies, although those will still exist. New street designers will be expected to come with heat on a transcendent level, bringing forth actual chops and fashion skills and trade to even get the nod of approval. Street is now something to be taught via thread and needle, much to the chagrin of culture purists. But this is just a prediction on the state of things, of course. No hot takes or what you should buy or what's gonna be hot in 2019, because honestly, the field is wide open now. Trends don't have nearly as much staying power as they once had. Essentials have become dependent on each individual and their tastes, and from our vantage point here in Tokyo, it's more of the same. Most Japanese designers just take every idea that they can see and reimagine it and recreate it into something that is more Japanese. You see, at The Casual, we examine fashion, and street is only part of that, something we keep trying to get through. It's more sophisticated now, and all that noise about something being trash shows a lack of that sophistication. Basically, nothing is standard anymore. You literally can do anything in fashion now. The only thing that matters is growth in this industry, and 2018 proved that, and 2019 will set it in stone. So that's it for this week's WTH, but in the meantime, you can enter into our new weekly giveaway by letting us know your thoughts about this episode in the comments. You can increase your chances by giving a thumbs up to this video and following your boy on Instagram at ReggieCasual and TheCasualOfficial at thecasual.co. This week's prize is an exclusive unreleased item from our shop, so you can get in on that. そしてまだやっていないなら subscribe を忘れないように. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, but most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international street fashion and culture from Tokyo with your boy, and keep it casual. よろしくお願いします. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Also, Happy New Year. 明けましておめでとうございます. For all my Japanese friends out. Happy New Year's. 明けおめ. All right, you guys have a really good year. I think we are going to be far more consistent this year. We're trying to hit lofty goals ourselves. So yeah, feels good. Feels good to be back. See you guys in a minute.